Coffee. Oh, I got my coffee from yesterday. I'll move it. I didn't quite finish all. Emptying the suitcase here. This is all the bathroom stuff. Shoes. So, what is everybody going to do this weekend? Today, I'm going to my church for corn roast barbecue that they're doing for the community and stuff. I'm part of the hospitality committee, so I'm there to help. Um, I'm going to help set up the corn and everything. TGIF. It says, "Hi, Amanda." My goodness, it's Jen. Thanks. So, you know me, right? I took some of the coffee from the hotel room. That makes 2 cups. And I take, whenever we go on vacation and stuff, I always take like the coffee and the soaps and stuff like that, because they're great for when I actually run out of coffee and I'm not going to Costco until like the next week. Exactly. So we took a few things. Well, we took so Presidente beer, which is a pilsner. Okay, so in the room they would fill up our fridge. We said not to fill up with beer because we're not beer drinkers. We had one and we're like, yeah, beer, Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, water. So we just asked them to fill those up. But one time they filled up, and we said not in the girls' room either because, well, they're not going to drink beer either. And those were ones that they put in one day, and it's like, okay, we'll just take them home because we have 2 friends at home that like beer. So we figured we'll give them a bottle of beer. Why not? Trying to, but we're not beer drinkers. I like rum. Jeff likes vodka. Trying to. Oh, my computer hasn't been turned on in what, 3 weeks. Let's see if this loads. I like fruity stuff. Emma was true. Like I like fruity stuff. I like mixed drinks. I do like rum though. I like the taste of rum. So if I don't, if I drink, like I like the Bahama Mama and like Zombies and Tequila Sunrise, and which has tequila, but you know, the Blue Lagoon. Those ones are all fruity and um, sweet. I like those, but I do like the Mamuana, which I'll show you that, which is, we picked up some of that. Mamuana. So there's bark, different bark and herbs and stuff in it, and it's supposedly an aphrodisiac drink. It's supposed to help cure a whole bunch of ailments like liver stuff, problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, blah 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 blah. But basically, there's medicinal wood in here, and the recipe is a third red wine, like a good red wine, a Merlot type, a third rum, so good rum, and a third honey. And then supposed to let it sit for months. The longer it sits, the more it absorbs the stuff. But as you pour it out, you can keep on refilling it, or well, I like it on ice. Um, so that's a famous drink in the Dominican. Um, so we brought home some, of course. Yeah, we had that there too. It's quite, it's nice, but you can refill it in that here. Oh, these are all my daughter's stuff. I'm just trying to, and I've emptied most of the suitcases of clothes, but now it's all the other stuff. Yes, well, especially when for packing, we just threw it where it fit because we had it had a weight of 26 no 23 kilograms, 50 pounds weight lift limit, and some bags like these hard cases weigh like 4 or 5 pounds just empty. So I want to turn my volume down. I'm putting all like the bathroom type stuff in the bag so that I can go and take it to a bathroom and hopefully put it away. But we bought these. We've last time we got a cup. We had one, and then we bought one on when we were on an excursion. But they were like selling them like for $10 or something down there. This time we bought some um, online on Amazon. We got like two nice ones for I think it was $6. Use our top control. Ah, I know my thingy talking. Jeff, Jeff. Hey Google, broadcast.
What's the message?
Am I supposed to run Legacy CPL Elevated on my laptop?
Okay, broadcasting now.
Yes, they worked well. So Rowan had her phone in here, and she took lots of pictures and videos underwater. Um, I put my phone in here, but I could not. I took some pictures. Um, I think some video too, but it was very hard to get to my camera app on here. Like I could do, like I could have stuff doing here, but if I was wet and it was wet, it was hard to do. Somehow she managed to do it better, but I think it's a teenage thing. Hey, Food Forest Permaculture. Yes. Hey, Howie, how's it going? But yes, no, and you just have to make sure, like when you're buying them, that the seals are good, and test them first before you like go into the ocean and you got. So put your phone in here, and that. I mean, you could do it El Cheapo too, and just putting it in a Ziploc bag, but then like this is a little bit thicker. But the nice part was like you have it around here and swim. It's also good to carry your like hotel keys or some money in, but you didn't necessarily want it to be see through for money. So my daughter usually kept. She actually didn't have any money on her. But she kept her hotel key in there. I miss the cats too. The cats did miss me. Princess did not leave my side Wednesday. Tuesday night? She slept the whole night. Then the next. Oh, this is Abby stuff. I think. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's, I'm emptying. This is the girl's suitcase. I'm like, what is this stuff? Um, she didn't leave me the whole night. Usually she comes, sees me, she goes and stays with Rowan, and then she comes and sees me in the morning around 5 and stays with me and then wakes me up. Doing good. Watched you in the south. I have not had my jabba, so I'm only halfway. Yes, we got back Tuesday night. I did go live. I was going to try and go live Wednesday. I didn't. I went and did groceries. I went live yesterday morning for a bit, and I haven't even got like I'm trying to load my computer, but it's been like shut off for like 2 weeks. That it's not even like it's going so slow. Just doing updates and stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. I've been lazy today. Still, are you going to work or are you working from home? Okay, this is okay. Rowan packed the essentials. Some false eyelashes. Yeah, I did not check what she packed. What they had one suitcase to do that we had the three suitcases. One duffel bag suitcase had all the flippers and stuff in the pool noodles which we left there. So we got like dollar store pool noodles and we left them there so that way we had space to come back with stuff. But I just there's some, I thought I grabbed all the laundry. I retired 3 years ago and I'm still finding myself. I thought you were supposed to find yourself when you like finish high school. Yeah, I don't know how to do them. But apparently she has used three of them. I don't know if they were all on vacation or what, but she even packed stockings. Like she wasn't. We weren't too sure. So the way that the place was set up, like so when we were on the cruise, um, they had formal nights. Okay, and women could wear dresses, but we couldn't wear Crocs or flip flops. We had to have um, well, you could wear flip flops that were like you could wear sandals that were pretty, I guess. And men had to wear pants. So we packed one pair of pants for Jeff to wear pants if he needed to. And last year when we were at in Punta Cana where we were, a couple of the restaurants were formal, and but they said men had to wear pants. Um, Women could wear sundresses. But they had to be like well, they had to wear that women had to wear dresses and or dress pants or something like that. So Roman had stockings, but I'm like, we've never worn stockings in house because that would be just too hot. Um, she packed some things that she didn't necessarily need to pack, um, and they came back. We did go through a lot of shampoo and conditioner there because they even had some there themselves, but uh, we brought our own. Like Rowan has her own. I'm gonna wash these bathing suits. Oh, she brought another package of. I don't know. Did she get these from the dollar store? There's some more flashes. I don't. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Fun, fun, fun. And a toothbrush and a lotion. You're counting them? Has it been? How's the fires been in BC while we were gone? Um, we were getting some of the news. Like we were checking the weather here in Ottawa, and it was just as hot and as humid as where we were, and just as dry. And it had some days of rain, but the temperature difference was maybe 5 degrees, almost over. Good. Yeah, you need the rain. We we had a rainstorm last night, um, but I didn't hear it. But I noticed that our was still dripping this morning, like down the downspout pipe thing. And this morning when I sent out the kids to school, it was a little bit cooler. So like I brought my coffee out, and you could see the steam coming off of it, and and there was some dew on people's cars. So I'm so excited. I watched a video when you were gone, and there was an ad. Woohoo! Yes, I don't know when I got monetized, but somehow happened while I was on vacation. I think it was near the beginning, which was about basically a month from when they said I was ready to be monetized. Okay, so that suitcase is done. Down to one on through. Wow, that's a huge temp drop. Ouch. Well, good luck on getting your tooth pulled. Hopefully, it doesn't hurt too much afterwards. Drink lots of soup and jello and cold things. Frozen yogurt. Good time to have smoothies or shakes, milkshakes, um, afterwards. um, Also, if there is pain, take some clove oil or chew some cloves, and you can numb the area, or gel if you have it. Well, yes, ice cream. It also makes you feel better just because it's nice. I'm gonna get the other suitcase. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab the other one. That one I don't think we've opened. No, this one hasn't been opened yet. Erg. So we got a set last year through Amazon. See the bright green suitcase? They're easy to find, and we paid only, I think it was 120, and there's three of them. So there's one big, one medium, and one small. The smallest technically can be an overhead um, suitcase. This one could also be possibly a carry-on with some carriers. Yes, bright green. So we have these, and then we have a soft cover blue one, and we have a soft cover purple one from years before. We got like these big, huge, massive ones because we go as a family. But the big ones, we can always seem to. Oh, there we go. The big ones, we can fit more stuff into it than the weight is. So it's really hard to make sure it's underweight because sometimes there's part of it that's empty. Good morning, Brian. I'm back from vacation. As you can see, I'm unpacking the suitcase. We haven't unpacked, and this is all bathroom stuff. So you put all the bathroom stuff in either these type bags or Ziploc bags. Oh, um, going down, I think we hit a bunch of high pressure or whatever. It's the first time it's ever happened. But I had powder, and it burst open. And one of the conditioners, we had the lid, it pushed open and squirted. We had it in a Ziploc bag, but went all over. And coming back, there was powder in the bag that coming back, it was under my name and it was already spilt in there. And the lid was closed, but it was still kind of leaking a bit. I guess I don't know, because you bring powder, you need it down there for any type of heat rash, or actually just to get the sand off your skin too. Well, I got called down for them to inspect my bag, right? So they expect my bag, but like it's all like you know, packing there, it's all nicely folded. Packing coming home, you're just stuffing the crap in. So they're opening it all up, and they got to the bottom part of the pink bag, and it's all full of powder. And he's like, question like what's this powder? And but you see the baby, it's baby powder. Like you can smell, it's baby powder. Like it's not any any type of drug or anything like that. But he went and patted the bag down like he did in front of me, and all this stuff, and inspected. But there was like some feminine products that were loose in the outside pocket. It was hilarious. That he's like taking this out, and it was like loose tampons, loose pads, and he's like looking at what, like, because he didn't speak much English either. Like the guy, he was the inspector guy, and then the other guy spoke English. And I'm like, that's feminine products, that's tampon, feminine stuff. And he's like, okay, like he's making sure it's sealed, like that. Because I mean, I don't know what people hide stuff. But I'm like, yeah, there's nothing. We have, and that suitcase, that thing only had some clothes and had the flippers and the snorkeling masks, and had basically shampoo, conditioner, powder, all the heavy stuff, because it was a duffel bag one that could carry it because it was very light of the thing. So it was hilarious. Oh, but I was like, okay, they're doing this, and it's like we only have like half an hour until they call pre-boarding, and I'm like, my husband and my daughters are upstairs. All I know is I went downstairs to I was called to check on my bag or whatever. They're going to the washroom or doing whatever, and I'm like, oh my god. So it was a little bit stressful, but then they zipped things up, and then trying to repack it after I packed it the one time, it's like when you do grocery shopping, it all fits into the cart, but when you put the stuff in the bags and put it back in the cart, it's always overflowing. It never works. Good morning, Florida Greg. Okay, my computer is still trying to. I'm trying to get it to load up. It keeps on trying to load McAfee Sept connects, but we don't need that. We have another program. No, I don't know what that, because it's easier to see the. There's Google Chrome. It's easier to see the comments on the laptop. But see, this didn't get. And of course, even though we packed stuff, there was still a few items that never got used. Like I packed some um, tank tops like this, and one pair of shorts, of jean shorts. But you know, it's a nice top, but it was just too hot to wear the shorts. It was just like I'm like, so I just lived in sundresses. Not working really. Hi, Benny's tropical swimming wolf. Yes, I had a great time on vacation. I don't know why. And there's our mids and stuff. I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, you can't go naked. I lived in my bathing suits. So yeah, one bathing suit is really stretched out, like the top, like it's a tankini. And when we were in Toronto, and this happened last time, I should have learned. The same hotel, that hotel, the hot tub. I think there's more chemicals or whatever in it, or the jets are strong or whatever. But it weakened my bathing suit more because the few 2 3 years ago when we stayed there, it actually ripped my bathing suit. I mean, that was a little bit older bathing suit. This one we only I got last year. But my tankini used to be like it stopped here, but then it stretched that it goes down to here now. Like it goes past my butt. It's been stretched, and I'm like, yeah, okay. So there's something in that because this happened before we went on so this on vacation. But it was just too darn hot that um we oh yeah, here I'll show. Is that my suit? Oh yeah, and we always take a towel. This one was from the VIP area. So we had paid extra to do the Sun Club. They had these orangey goldish towels, and the rest of the people had brown towels. So this showed that we were allowed in the VIP area on the beach and the private, the smaller pools too. So we had extra pools. Yes, well, the thing, it was as hot here, like during the whole time we were gone. It was 30, 31 degrees up here in Ottawa as it was in Dominican. And the humidity was about the same. So it didn't really matter where we went. It was the same temperature. But there, at least there's the ocean. It didn't feel too bad because there was pools, oceans. As long as I was wet, and like drying off, it was cooled down. But I did really appreciate have these foamy scarf things, the cooling scarves, and I really did appreciate those. This this never got used. See, and so I packed my husband a pair of pants and some socks. He wore one pair of socks, so we have clean socks. And the this is the bathing suit. That's the back of bathing suit bottom. But well, it was nice is that it was off season, so it wasn't as busy. The places though have to forewarn you in the Dominican Republic as well as in Cuba that they give discounts to locals on the weekends to fill them up. I guess just in the summertime. Um, but so the weekends were busy, and one thing I thought was weird, which is very odd, but I talked to a lady that's from there. So one of the guests in the Sun Club area, she's from Puerto Plata actually. Um, she moved from Puerto Plata to England, no, to Germany to go to school and to fit like to go to university and stuff. And she's been living in Germany for like 30 years. She met her husband who was American who worked for the American embassy or something like that there, and they went go to Puerto Plata area once a year. I went every summer um, to visit family, and then they go to Atlanta um, once a year. I think Christmas or Thanksgiving or something like that. So for like a week or so. But it's like she was saying that on the weekends, every time we've gone, we've always thought it was strange that on Saturday night, when there's a lot of locals there, that the buffet is always Dominican food or whatever. And I'm like, well, why would the locals want to have Dominican food? Like, yes, there's the other restaurants that can make. Well, at this place, you didn't have to make reservations; you just had to show up. Um, but um, you just didn't. It wasn't very busy on the weekend. I'm like, okay. Apparently, Dominican people love eating food in the restaurants. Um, So that's why every place you go to, um, in Dominican on the weekends, on one day of the weekend, they'll have a special, like their buffet will be Dominican food. Yeah, the problem with coming, yeah, the sucks for my husband. He had brought his shoes if he had to wear them for the restaurants. At the last place we went to, he had to wear the shoes for the restaurants. This one, there was nothing that was formal. It was um, something casual. It was not casual, casual, formal. Oh, I have to think of what the word was, because there was formal, but there was no formal restaurants. So you could wear Crocs. So he wore his black Crocs at least. They're black, and he wore his Bermuda shorts, like the like dress pants cut as shorts, and a dress shirt. So, hey, Betty's tropical. You have to go to work. Well, nice to see you too. Thanks for popping by. Really enjoy catching up. Oh yeah, so this is what I was saying about my tankini. Look what happened to it. It's stretched so much. It's like a dress. It's not supposed to be this long. It's stretched. It's thinned out. It's only supposed to be like to my waist. Like it's not supposed to. It's supposed to maybe cover, maybe to my hips, but it's stretched all this much. So I'm gonna need a new one for at least next year. Am I trying to call me? No. Clothing products. What is this here? Oh, one thing leaked. Oh. Eh. And of course, it's the like one thing that we didn't put in the Ziploc bag because we ran out of Ziploc bag. The hair treatment stuff leaked a bit. I'm gonna use the shirt since I already got some on it. But was it this shirt that? Oh yeah, this is the shirt. Angie had posted something on Facebook about that was basically this thing, and I'm like, oh, my daughter has that shirt, and this is Abby's shirt. Ways to make me happy. 1. Buy me food. 2. Make me food. 3. Be food. It's a cute shirt, and it's completely true. We didn't try the tip with the shaving cream for burns. I was going to, but Rowan didn't want me to. She was the one that got more burnt. We didn't need the ponchos. It rained a couple of times. Like one day, there was only one day that it kind of rained a little bit, but it never, it didn't bother us because we were going to be, at, actually when we were in the pool, it actually cooled it down. So it rained a little bit, but didn't affect our plans. Now, a couple people that were down there, one day it rained, like the day that we were on, they were on an excursion for the deep sea fishing and stuff, and the seas were rough, and almost everybody, every time I've heard from anybody who's doing this excursion of deep sea fishing, every single one of them, that during the 2 weeks that we were there, the seas were rough or whatever, and everybody or almost everybody got sick, and only one time did somebody catch something. So, especially those excursions, that one itself, you're paying $100 some odd per person just to get seasick. No thanks. We like the much cheaper ones, much smaller boat. Hey, CR. Yeah, I'm literally unpacking the suitcases of stuff that that we brought. I've been doing laundry. Okay, so here's a funny thing. So we get notifications when there's abnormal usage, either in hydro, like hubby is signed up for that hydro, or like in our bank if there's unusual spending, like because it's all categorized in Mint, the app. I think it's a free app. He has it so there's grocery money spent at grocery stores or liquor stores or clothing stores, or like Walmart is like they consider it as a clothing store or stuff or household. Um, and he has like some sort of random set budget of like 10%, 2%, whatever. And about twice a year, whenever I go to the liquor store, um, I'll pick up liquor, to refill the bottles or whatever. And it says you've spent 110% or 150% of your budget on liquor, and it's like, yes, but I don't spend it ever the rest of the year. But speaking of which, he got an email when we came back on the 4th. The next day, the 5th, like for 4th overnight and the 5th, I was trying to do laundry. I don't usually do laundry and stuff during the day because it's more expensive. And we had changed the temperature um, in the house to be warmer while we were gone. So we didn't have to cool the house as much as we did. So then when we came back, we set the temperature back down to um, the temperature we like, nice and cool. I noticed that we got excessive, not excessive use, um, idle use of hydro on the 5th. And I was like, yeah, because I'm doing laundry. I did like 6 loads of laundry. when, well, then well, in Dominican, they had rain. They didn't have any, they had rain once, and it was like for 10 minutes. And it wasn't even a downpour. It was just like rain, rain, like not enough to get actually soaked. The second week, there was like 4 days where they had rain during the daytime. Like they had twice it was at night at like midnight for like 20 minutes. Like you heard a downpour and then it stopped. But it was like 4 times during the second week where 2 times it was rain, like it was a downpour during the day for like 20 minutes. And one time it was rain for about an hour, but it was a light rain. Another time it was just like a misting. Like the sun was still shining and there was like this little light mist. I'm like, okay, this is not gonna bother me. So like, and we always take our soap, like the ones that we've used there, because they're just gonna throw those out. So why not take it home? We didn't eat all of our snacks we brought, and I always bring these, like just from the dollar store. I don't use these for dryer sheets. Um, I just use them to put into the suitcases, a sheet in the suitcases when we're coming back, because it's usually dirty clothes and they get stinky, you know. And I always put one of these type sheets in the zipper pocket of the suitcases just when we're storing it, so it keeps it kind of fresh. So I'll do that now in this one for later. Because you want it to not smell musty or whatever. Oh, there's still more. Because one time, like we only use the suitcase. My daughter uses the smaller ones more now, but we usually use the suitcase like literally once a year, twice a year, or like a couple times in the summertime. Okay, I gotta show you. Look at these; they're so cute. Blah 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 blah. Oh, and before I went on vacation, I was trying to find a second bathing suit. Just went to Walmart because I couldn't find the other tankini top. Like I have a couple bottoms, and I had another tankini top. I couldn't find it, and I just had like a bikini top. I didn't really. I brought it just in case, but I picked this one up. It's quite nice. I got it at Walmart. It was marked down to $13. So check in August for bathing suits if you could find your size because it was like half the price. I didn't like it as much because it's a one piece, and one pieces are difficult to. Like if you're spending your whole time in them, it's difficult to get on and off when we're wet. But it fit fine. What's that? There. Hey, brother dude, you have a good day too. I hope you have a good day. Whenever I write Christmas cards, or birthday cards. Actually, birthday cards is one. I go, "Happy birthday! May this be the best year yet." Because I'm not very creative, and if each year is better than the last, that's always good, right? I'm just not very. I'm not a card person. All right, is anybody here a card person? I like receiving cards, but I like receiving gifts, like thoughtful gifts, like Um, it doesn't have to. It's not the monetary value either. Like if somebody made cookies and brought me cookies, you know, um, I I appreciate that. Like cards, like Christmas cards, I literally write "Merry Christmas, Happy New Year" from us. That's about what I write in a Christmas card. I'm not very creative and like even any type of cards, like even sympathy cards and stuff. I have um, a hard time just figuring out what to write. Um, I'm more of an acts of service type person. I would much rather like do something nice for somebody than to give them a card. But some people are card people. Like I have one of my friends. She's a card person. She keeps all of her cards and organizes them, and she gets lots of joy from cards. Well, I used to keep the cards that we used to get, but then I didn't really look at them again. So then I just like, okay, I don't need them. Special now, like cool shot of the grass. Uh, Bring me cookies. Well, Florida, Greg. I don't go to Florida that often, but um, went to Florida twice. Once to Orlando, we went and did Disney, and once to Miami, where we went on a cruise ship. So I've never actually stayed in Florida other than by the airport. Both times. Like those gifts from yes, love those gifts from exactly the gifts from Puppy's Breath and Amanda were so thoughtful. They knew the things I liked, and it wasn't the monetary value or the like the little chocolates. So far, I've eaten most of them. The bigger chocolates, I haven't. I've been, you know, savoring them. The coffee, the coffee I tried, and I like it. The baking chocolate, I'm going to try and do that recipe. Puppy's Breath sent me a recipe from I think Tasty or whatever, and it was using the chocolate that she had sent me, the good dark Gardry chocolate chips or something like that. So I'm like, ooh, exactly. Like it's like I'm okay. I'm back. I think. go. Mm. Can you see me now? What are... I'm sure there's some sort of cookie delivery or dessert delivery place. Heck, even Walmart delivers. You can order some like Oreo cookies. Sorry about that. I don't know why my phone decided to go wonky. Um, now I can't remember what we were talking about. Don't even go out at night around here. Yeah, Florida Greg. Okay, from the news that we get up here in Canada, which we only get really negative news from the States, some positive stuff, but the news that we get from Florida, we're wondering what's in your water because all we ever get like on a regular basis, like a weekly basis, is like crazy ass negative news, like shootings for no reason, like like at least some shootings, like you when you see the shootings, there's a reason. Like if somebody was bullied, they're shooting the people who bullied them or whatever, or if somebody, you know, you know, broke into their store, they shot them. You know, like those kind of like has some sort of logic or justification or an explanation. But some of the stuff that we've been hearing on the news, it's like, what is in your water? Like what? Like, is there like lots of mercury or something like that make you guys all go loopy? Not all of you, but well, the ones that make it to the news. Like I don't know. Like I'd be scared to go out at night or even daytime in some places. There we go. More than a day without. Wow. Okay, because I mean, like, like I know you guys do have some gun. You have gun laws and you have gun regulations. Why is there just so much more crazy, like odd shootings versus just gang shootings? Like you understand gang shootings. One gang doesn't like the other gang. Okay, you understand why there's shootings in those areas, right? But a lot of times it's other stuff that we have, like shootings at like at outdoor cafes for no reason. Like there's not like a specific targeted group or a specific targeted thing. They're just like shooting. Did you hear about the 2-year-old Jordan Bellevue? Um, I'll ask Google. Hey Google, what's the news about Jordan Bellevue?
Sorry, I can't find news on Jordan Believe.
Hey Google, news from Florida about a 2-year-old Jordan.
My apologies.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Okay, I'm gonna Google it on my actual computer. Like I don't know how to ask Google. Abby knows how to ask Google properly. Is that the one? There was a story a while ago of this mom had a revolver in her cart in Florida in Walmart, and her kid reached in her bag and shot the mom. Oh no, that's not murder. Wow. Why? That's okay. That's not the. This was. I was gonna say this was a few years ago. That's awful. Like, what's with you people? Not you specifically. What's in the water? What? No, I wonder if Florida's crime rates and stupid crime rates, their murder shootings, like some of the weird, crazy stuff we've seen on the news, if it's disproportionate to the rest of the country, or do people from the rest of the country travel and move to Florida that have issues? Because Florida, I believe, has the lowest income tax rate, or uh, one of the lowest tax rates, and one of the highest minimum wage rates, I think. Right? Just wow. Hey Google, how many homicides in Ottawa?
Here's a summary from the website cbc.ca. From 1985 to 2005, there was an average of about 10 homicides in Ottawa per year. The annual body count has crept up to about 12. You can't deny, if you look at the statistics, that there is a gradual increase in homicides.
So, the average was 10 until 2005, and now its average is 12 for the year. I think one year we had 17. But no, interesting news for Ottawa was we had a bear, a big black bear, made it downtown Ottawa in the Byward Market, smack dab in the middle of the day. So how? Well, it started in the morning, of course. So they blocked off areas and kept the bear safe, and people safe from the bear. And then the bear climbed up a tree, and we were able to tranquilize the bear safely and remove him to the forest area. Yeah, big black bear. So black bear was scared of people. Like the bear, black bear was more scared of us than we really had to be of it. Um, but yeah, so they managed to do it safely. They removed the bear to safe area and they were able to control the people because this is straight downtown. Like Prominent buildings are right here. This is the market, like right next to it. You know, but there was a bear over the river found near the Gatineau Hospital. And sometimes the bears they swim the river or whatever. Um, Usually in early spring might see um, you might see a bear near the Parliament buildings because a way that is there's lots of green space, lots of little packages of forest and stuff. But it was a full size. Like it wasn't just a baby bear. It was like a full size big black bear, like like size of like 8 feet tall type thing. But it got kind of scared, and they were like keeping it in the area and keeping it safe until the wildlife specialists came. They found it wasn't injured. It might have been hungry. Um, that it came into the city, or we were just all joking that it wanted to check out the Byward Market. It's a tourist area. It was new to the area. I wanted to check it out. um, but it climbed up a tree onto the branch and they tranquilized it and then they brought it down safely. They put a harness around it and then brought it down safely and then took it into a truck and put it into the forest. But I think they also, in case it was hungry, um, left some food that bears eat with it, like berries and stuff like that. Like not, maybe I don't know, was there fish or that? But there was like at least a bunch of like a bunch of food, so that it had at least something in its stomach. But now there are big questions. Everybody's talking about, well, how did the bear get downtown? Because I mean, it's a very urbanized area. There's lots of roads, lots of highways. So yes, there's the river. So it could come down the river, with and then scooted up the road from there. Because it's the Byward Market's about maybe 10 blocks away from the river, so it could have. But um, or is this a sign that the bears are running out of food, or that because it's been a very hot summer, some things haven't grown. There's been forest fires and all that stuff. Is that poor child in? He was missing, and there was an Amber Alert for 3 days. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I was trying to look at the. And people argued against him being returned to his mother. Yeah, that's just. She lost her temper. Wow. Yes, of course. Wow. So she made up a whole story of his abduction. That, yeah. Yes, that is very sad. So sad. You don't want to wish that on anybody. A nice little mini suitcase. We had to share that. Yes, so sad. Well, especially when these things happen in your area, when it's so close to home, it really shocks you. Okay. sushi. And one thing that we pick up for our trip that we like to bring is this thing that hangs on like the curtain rod that you can dry like your bathing suit, or if you wash your clothes, well, there has little clips that folds up really nice. Because sometimes the places don't have like a clothesline or something to hang stuff up. Now, this place did have a little bit of one, but it was so humid. We hung up stuff outside. It took like 3 days to things to dry, even though it was 30 degrees. It was better to hang stuff inside with the air conditioning on. But see, all these suitcases now fit in one another, which saves on space. So, I have one thing to put away. Well, I've got to get going. I have an appointment at 10, so I still have to get a bit ready for that. But thanks for popping by and sharing love and talking about what's happening in your cities and stuff like that. We had a black bear. Other people have shootings and murders and stuff. We have that too, but not as much. But even for us, it's kind of shocking when wildlife comes downtown. At least I had a better happy ending than the moose that happened earlier this summer. But he was injured, and it was not really treatable. Uh, so, have a great day, and hope to see you next time. I'll probably be live tomorrow morning, because everybody will probably be sleeping in, and I don't think I will be. And that's about it. I should be having some videos uploaded soon. Some from my vacation, some of other ones of my normal videos. So keep looking at those, and thanks for watching. Bye, friends.